Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's class. I'm Matt, one of the personal trainers from DRLC. I'm sure we've probably met before or you've seen me on here. We're going to be going through a little bit of a low impact legs and core workout today. For anybody that's been feeling a little bit tight, muscles are having a little bit of wear and tear, maybe you've got tight hips or tight knees, this is going to be the one for you. Anybody in our active adults class, if you've been in class with me before, this might be something great for you guys. Like I said, if we're feeling a little bit tight in the knees, a little bit tight in the hips, tight in the upper body, this is something, we're still going to get a good workout in, but we're mainly going to be down on the ground. We're going to have low impact, we're not using any weight, it's all going to be body weight today. So it's going to be nice, and it's going to be a hard workout, but it's also going to be a restorative. So it could be something you go back to maybe even once a week just to recondition the hips, like I said, recondition the knees, get the core working, get the legs working. It's something I probably don't do enough for myself, but like I said, we're going to try it out today. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Definitely grab yourself a mat or something comfortable to lie on, because we're going to spend, I think, pretty much every single exercise we're down on the ground today. We're going to be focusing a lot on the abs, a lot on the glutes, lower back. We're also going to get into the IT band on the side of the leg here. So yeah, definitely going to be a good little sequence to run through whenever you're feeling tight. Whenever you want to stay low to the ground, you're not feeling 100% energy, this is something that's definitely going to fire you up and make you feel a lot better. So we'll start up in about 30 seconds. We're just waiting to see if anybody else is going to join in the session. If you have a smartwatch, go ahead and set it to a high intensity workout. Okay, what we're going to start out with is a little bit of a stretch. We're going to start out with 1 minute. We're going to go windmills. So we're going to go hands out to the side. Actually, before I forget, if any of you guys at home have any pre-existing medical conditions, injuries, illnesses, sickness, anything like that, please stay within your own lanes. If anything is too hard, just dial it back or stop completely and have a rest. If anything does persist after this exercise or this workout, go and see a GP or allied health professional to get it looked at. Because I want to make sure everybody stays nice and limber, nice and healthy before we start these workouts, and so we can come back the next time. So we're going to start out, legs nice and wide, hands out to the side. We're going to be here for 1 minute. We're going to reach hand down to the opposite foot. Let's go. Nice, long stretch here. Just like that. Doesn't actually super fast. Like I said, today we have a low impact core and leg strength workout. So you're definitely going to feel the abs on fire today. Sides of the legs, the glutes. Going to be a nice workout, guys. Nothing too intense. We're 30 seconds down, we've got 30 seconds to go here. Maybe do 2 per side and swap over. Hopefully you've had a good weekend. I think it's meant to get a little bit rainy today, so hopefully had some sunshine. 15 seconds left. 5 seconds. 3, 2, last one. Bingo, very good. We're going to do some side twists. Now, like I said, if we're tight through the hips and the knees, be gentle with them. We're going to go legs wide, hands up to the side. 3, 2, 1. We're going to spin through. Nice big stretch through the sides of the body. I hope you're doing good out there, guys. If you're just joining us, we've got a low impact core and legs workout today. Grab yourself a mat because we're going to be on the floor for the whole session. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. very good. We're gonna get some shoulder swings. Nice and calm here, guys. Rolling forward, just like that. 30 seconds here. Like I said, if you've been in my active adults, my fit for life, stronger for life class, this is gonna be a great workout. Something low impact, but high enough intensity that we're gonna get a good workout. Let's reverse our direction. Big circles going outwards. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Very good. We are going to start up our workout. So like I said, we're going to need a mat for this one. We're going to have 5 exercises per round. So our first round, we're going to have hip raises, bicycle kicks, Russian twists, and 2 sets of side leg raises. Now I'll show you through all those as we go through. We're going to start out with 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Grab yourself some water if you haven't already. Okay guys, let's get down to the ground. We're going to start out with some hip raises. Nice gentle exercise here. We're on for 30 seconds on, feet about hip width apart and close to your bum, so really bring it in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring hips up as high as we can to try and form a straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Okay? 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Straight up, hold for a second, and all the way down. Try and press up through your heels and create a straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Good way to wake up the hips and get this outward movement. Very good. A little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. We can stay down on the ground here. We have bicycle kicks. Now there's going to be 2 alternatives for this. One alternative for this exercise. We're going to either do legs straight out like this, or we can cross elbows to knees as we come through. We're going to start up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I'm going to start out with just the legs. Get the abs nice and warmed up. Sometimes I find doing this one nice and slow and steady and controlled can actually work out the lower abs more than if we're crossing over. Because we're focusing so much more and getting a full extension down through the leg. Let's go. A little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Very good. We're going to come up to seat here. Now, we're going to go knees as close as they can, feet as close as they can, hands in front. We're going Russian twist. Okay, so side to side. 3, 2, 1. Going side to side. See how much you can swing the shoulders each way. And it'd be good for the obliques here, sides of the abs, sides of the body. Three, 2, 1. Oh, very good. What do we have next? We have some side leg raises. Now these are an interesting exercise my partner actually got me to do because I thought they looked easy, but tricks on me, they weren't. They're from Pilates. What we're going to do, we're going to lay down in what a lot of people call the Jane Fonda pose, or what I call the Titanic pose. I want this knee underneath, bent, so in a figure 4. Now, the main trick with this is I don't want hips to be back or forward. I want them to be just stacked directly on top of each other. So if you look down the side of your body, they're going to be in line. If they're rolled back, you're going to be working the wrong muscles. So I want to make sure these hips roll forward. So hip bone directly on top of the other hip bone. Foot's going to be pressed out as if you're pressing it up against a wall. So flat out, not pointed. Leg's going to be directly in line with the body. And all we're going to do here is lifting leg up and down to the side. Okay? So hips directly on top of each other. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds here. This one is gonna burn. Like I said, I saw my fiance doing it. I thought it looked easy. Said I could do it easy. And she gave it to me and it turned out to be extremely difficult. Because essentially the reason we're doing this little workout today is for those small muscles in between the big muscles to make sure everything is working perfectly. And this exercise is definitely going to hit them. 3, 2, 1. Let's change sides. Setting back up, we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, hips stacked directly on top of each other. One side might be easier than the other. $15. Three, 2, one more. Okay guys, have a little rest. That's the first round done. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Like I said, today we have a low impact core and leg class. It's going to be ran from the ground. So we're not going to be absolutely drenched with sweat. We're not going to be on fire. These are going to be the exercises you probably need to do but don't often get to. I'm definitely guilty of that. I like to go for my big heavy lifts, my big squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, things like that. And I can build up big muscles quite strong. But what happens is over a long period of time, those big muscles get nice and strong. But the muscles connecting those, the little tendons, the little tiny in-between muscles, the stabilizers, they can get quite weak and quite tight. So we really need to try and have a good balance and pair up our Pilates and low impact exercises and balance, coordination, stabilizing exercises with our big power moves. Because I can already feel the sides of the legs are already on fire. That's how weak these muscles are. Now guys, we're going to jump back into it in a sec. In about 15 seconds we have sit-ups. So, it can be as fancy as you want it. I just want to try and keep the knees together as much as possible. I'm going to use the momentum for my hands being overhead to swing up. You can too. Starting up in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Your knees might come apart, but just try and bring them back together when you can. We'll try and keep them close together. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Very good. We're back on our back. We have flutter kicks up next. So imagine we're swimming. Legs go out nice and long, like this, up and down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now I'm not doing this fast, just like my bicycle kicks. I want it nice and controlled today. Big reps. We're looking for strength. We're not looking for speed and calories. Big, slow, perfect reps. Halfway through. Three, 2, 1. Very good. Now, we're going to be playing off a variation of that side leg raise we did in the first round. Now this time, we're back down in that position. What we're going to do here is, so we're going to keep the leg out long. What's going to happen is, the knee comes bent down in front, touch the ground if you can, and then we're going to push out back. So past midline, so that would be center. We're going to push as far back as we can and keep the leg out straight. You're going to feel a nice pinch, nice burn on the side of the hip here. Okay, we're going to start in 10 seconds. So from here, out back. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pushing and kicking out back. Just like that. I can already feel it. Now if you've been sitting on the couch a lot, maybe leaning on one side, this exercise is going to get quite difficult. I tend to lean on my left side, so I can really feel this muscle's extremely tight. Here we go, we've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that side is sore. Let's spin around. Other side. Here we go, 30 seconds, same thing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Out to the side. This side is definitely a lot easier. Need one more. Very good. Next up, we have leg raises on our back. Okay, guys. Legs out nice and straight. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Legs straight up and back down without touching the ground. Almost there, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, very good. Lay down, let it relax for a second. We've got a minute or so before we start our next round. Let everything loosen up, take some deep breaths, have some water in between these rounds. Try and let the body relax, try and let the hips relax. Maybe swing the feet one side and then to the other. You can even, if you want to get a bit of looseness in the hips, windshield wiper the knees. So feet about just over hip width apart, or shoulder width. Drop the knees to one side and the other. And you can keep repeating this. You feel a nice stretch through the lower back and through the front of the hips. We're going to start up in a minute and a half, guys. We'll do some little stretches in between here. I'm going to keep going with these, but if you have something different, definitely work into your workout here. Like I said, a lot of us spend a lot of time working the big muscles, but not a lot of the small muscles. Not a lot of the stabilizers that are going to help us to be free from injury, or help us remain balanced. Ties everything together. We all want the showy muscles. These ones are going to keep us healthy. Very good. Like I said, we've been sitting a lot, so we need to try and balance the body back out. We're giving us some exercises to wake up the hips, wake up the glutes and the legs, all the muscles that have been dormant. Okay guys, we're going to go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off this time. So we're going to be doing some hip raises again, just like we did at the start. Starting up in 10 seconds, feet close to the bum, trying to get a straight line from the knees to the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now because we're doing a longer time, we can actually rest up here for a little bit longer if you want. Make sure you squeeze the glutes together and back down. Squeezing glutes in and upwards. Imagine a string from your belly button or waist pulling you up and back down. Remember, string just below the belly button pulls you right up. Squeezing these glutes in together and up and back down. Good. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Very good. 20 seconds rest. We have bicycle kicks. Like I said, I'm just going to be doing the lower portion of this exercise, so you can as well. Or if you want, you can add the elbows in. Okay, starting up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I want this leg fully extended and as low to the ground as you can without touching. Just like that. This is one of those exercises that everybody tries to speed through, and it does have its place to go for speed with this one, especially if you're in a big HIIT class. When I'm working low impact and on strength, I really want good slow reps to try and squeeze out and stretch out the lower portion of my abs. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Russian twists up next. So normally done with weight, right now we're doing without, just to get the sides worked out. Okay, starting in 10 seconds. Hands together, shoulders go from side to side. Let's go. Big twists over to the side. I don't want arms just going, I want the shoulders turning. Ten seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Very good. Side leg raises. Now, same as before, we're starting down in this low lying position. So, figure 4 with the leg underneath. Left leg straight out. Hips stacked directly on top of each other. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Straight up and down. 40 seconds. Now you can see the pace at which I'm going. Please follow along. We don't need to be speeding through. Today's all about slow and controlled movement. Making sure you get a straight line down the whole body. I don't want the foot to come out in front or behind. I want it to be directly in line with the body. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that side is tight. Here we go, swapping over. Starting in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hips stacked directly on top of each other. Here we go. Ten seconds left. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, guys, have a little rest. We've got one more round to go. Oh. Very good. Have a little stretch out. Maybe get into cobbler's pose here. So feet, soles together, knees go out wide. Just going to stretch the inside of the hips here. You can always hold onto the toes or the ankles. Pull yourself forward a little bit more. Elbows can push the knees down if you want that extra squeeze. We're just going to wait about a minute before our next round. Doing good, guys. Okay, we've got about 15 seconds before we start back up. Inside the hips might start to feel a little bit tight here. It's Perfectly fine. We have sit-ups up first. Getting in position. 40 seconds here, starting in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Doing good, guys. We're almost there. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Flutter kicks. We're down on our back. Remember, big, solid movements here. Nice and strong. Nice and slow. Okay, guys. Legs out straight. Let's go. Ten seconds left, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Very good. We're back into our Jane Fonda pose. Down on the side, we have our knee touches or knee crossovers. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You can take these nice and slow, have a nice big push out to the side. I still want those hips stacked on top of each other. I don't want them leaning back or forward. Let's go, we've got a little bit more, we've got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Swapping over sides. Hips on top of each other. You got it, guys. Only got a few more left to go. Knees out in front. Here we go. And squeeze back. Big kick. I really want extension through here. I want you to stretch out the hip as much as you can. Here we go. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Leg raises up last, and then we're going to do some slow stretching. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Big leg raises. Last exercise we're doing today, guys. Let's make it count. Almost there, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Guys, have a little rest here. Let everything splay out for a second. We're going to start a stretch up. Stretches up in about a minute from here. So let everything rebound, let the body relax a little bit. Like I said, you can windshield wipe at the feet. Just to loosen up the hips a little bit. Or we can go in to these big windshield wipe movements here. Knees across to the side. Okay, starting, we'll come back down to the mat if you're not here already. First thing I'm going to do, so just like I said, knees about mat width or shoulder width apart, and for 30 seconds on each side we're going to drop our left knee down on top of our right knee. So over to the side, let the arms go wide on each side of the mat, so big shoulders down to the ground. Going to rest here for 30 seconds. See if you can feel any movement, see if anything loosens up in this time that we're stretching. 10 seconds, we're going to swap to the other side. Okay guys, swapping to the other side. One side might be a lot looser or a lot tighter than the other. Doing good. Let's go, 10 seconds left. Okay, now we're going to go feet close to the bum. We'll grab our right knee and squeeze in nice and tight. Now if your body allows for it, we're going to send out this left leg nice and straight, as close to the ground as we can. Going to be here for 30 seconds. Now don't force it, but try and squeeze this knee closer to the body and let the body slowly release. The longer we hold this position, the more the glutes and the hamstrings are going to loosen up and allow us to squeeze in a little bit tighter. 30 seconds left here. Try and squeeze up your right knee to your right shoulder. And you should feel a nice pull on the inside of your hip, inside of your thigh. Go a little bit longer here. Okay, now what we're going to do, bring this left foot back to the ground, right foot crosses over the top of left knee, and then we're going to weave our hands behind our thigh or behind our knee, depending on the intensity you want. I've done these for a little bit longer, so I'm going to go behind the knee. I also want to try and straighten that foot up, so your ankle should be at 90 degrees rather than pointing the toe out. So if you look at directly, your ankle should be at 90-degree bend. 15 seconds more. Should feel a nice stretch up your right glute and lower back. Okay, dropping that left foot, let the left foot go all the way out. This right knee, we're going to grab with our left hand. The right hand goes out to the ground. We're going to twist over to the side here. Now don't force anything. I don't want you to hurt your back. I'm going to be here for a minute, so let your body in and let your body weight slowly push yourself into the ground. If you can see my knee isn't fully touching, that's completely fine. If you can touch, excellent. But just readjust yourself. You might want to lift that back leg up again, roll over more, and slowly just squeeze that leg down. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Letting everything slowly release. Like I said, if you've been sitting in a chair, a desk, a car, a couch, your lower back is going to be extremely tight, even if you don't notice it. This stretch is going to be amazing for you. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot back. Arms out to the side, just lay here for about 15 seconds. We've done one side, now we're going to do the other. Okay, feet back up. We're then going to grab this left knee now. Squeezing into the body. If you can, if your body permits, right foot goes out long. Going to be here for 1 minute, guys. Same as before. Don't force the position, but definitely give it a little gentle squeeze. See where the body's happy to go. And see where you can push it. Try and pull this left knee up towards the left shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh and inner hip. Focus on the breath. Try not to hold your breath at all. We have 30 seconds left here. Fifteen seconds. 10 seconds. Okay, right foot comes up, left foot is going to come across the top. We're then going to go behind the knee, behind the thigh, whichever feels good for you. Straighten that foot up so the toes point towards the sky. Nice big squeeze here. Even just getting into this position is good enough for me, but if you want extra, you can really try and pull in with those arms and squeeze. And like I said before, we're not trying to force anything today. We want to give the body a bit of room and allow it to unfold itself. The longer we stay in these stretches, the longer the body's going to stretch and simply allow the body to move more. If you've ever practiced yin yoga, it's all about slow, repetitive, steady movements that allow the body to unfold. We're not trying to force anything, we're letting it do itself. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, right knee comes down to the ground, we send it out long. Right hand to left knee, twisting over to the side. Excellent. Might feel a bit of a tight back. Like I said, don't force yourself in this position. Allow the gravity and weight of your body to roll over to the side. And over time, it's going to slowly expand and unfold and allow you to sink a little bit deeper. If you want to pick up this bottom foot and roll on top of the thigh a bit more, definitely do so. Try and keep this hand and shoulder down on the ground. We have 30 seconds left here. It can be quite a weird sensation if you're not used to long stretches. Getting into these awkward positions and still having to try and take a deep breath can be quite difficult, but it really is good for the brain and good for the body. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring the body back to center. Let everything go back out. Doing really good today, guys. We're almost there. We've just got a few more stretches to go. Okay. What we're going to do now is bring both of the knees up. Now you can either squeeze here, so hands just come up, do a nice simple squeeze. If you have the flexibility, body permits, we can try and get the elbows into the knees and grab hand on hand or elbow on elbow if you're that flexible. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and squeeze in and keep my head up, but I'm also going to rock just gently side to side. You might not be able to see it on the camera. I'm just essentially giving my lower back and my spinal tissue and muscles a massage, which can actually be very, very relaxing. We're just going to be here for a minute, so try and keep it bundled up. See if you get those knees a bit closer to the face. Try and squeeze in a bit more and see how far you can roll side to side without falling over. You might feel one side of the lower back is tighter than the other. You can always rest on that side and put more pressure onto it for a sec. My left side is definitely a lot tighter. I'm going to spend a little bit more time rolling on that side and balancing on that side, balancing off on the soft tissue, try and really let it release. Almost giving yourself a self-massage. This one is excellent. If you sit at a desk for a long time, we generally get a very tight back. Or sitting on the couch is even worse because the posture is going to be terrible. A little bit longer here. 15 seconds left. Now the next one, I have, some people find it embarrassing to do, but it is one of the best hip openers. Okay, you can stop that one. Knees come down to the ground. Now a few different variations to how we can do this. It's called the happy baby pose. We're essentially going to we're going to stand on our back and we're going to go hands behind the knees. So feet come up like this. That's number one. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do this. Should already feel a stretch in the hips and the glutes, in the lower back. Now if you want an added challenge, you can go hands on the outsides of the feet and coming up like so. Now I don't want you to have straight legs here. I want to see if you can get the elbows as close to the armpits as possible. We're just going to rest here. Try and take some deep breaths. Knees should be pointing down in towards the armpits. Here for a little bit longer. See if you can get your tailbone closer down to the ground. We have 20 seconds left here. A little bit longer, guys, 10 seconds. Almost there. In 3, 2, 1. Keep hold of those legs, or keep hold of the feet. Now, we're going to try and do a cobbler's pose when we recline. So your hands behind your thighs. Take them out. We're going to grab our toes and try and squeeze up like this. So now we're going to diamond shape with the legs. Just going to hold this for about another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let everything go and relax. Take about 4 big deep breaths in through the nose. Purse the lips like you're blowing up a balloon and squeeze out through the mouth. Try and extend both the inhale and the exhale as long as you can. If we purse the lips like we're blowing up a balloon, we can extend that breath for as long as we can. We can let the air out even slower. And the slower we let it out, the faster our heart rate will slow down. One more big deep breath, as big as you can, deep in. As long as you can out. Guys, we are done. That has been an excellent little session. My body has definitely needed it. All those tight little niggly bits inside the hips, inside the the upper legs, the abs, the core, the lower back. All the things get really stuffed up by sitting for long periods of time, not being active enough, just sitting in front of Netflix for too long. This is something that will definitely fix it. I would highly recommend coming back to this video even like once a week. It's something you can do. You can even do some of these exercises while you're watching TV. Just do it on the carpet in front. These things are going to keep your hips and your lower back super active and fit and healthy. Hopefully prevent sciatica, lower back pain. You can get everything in this lower portion you can essentially fix by preventing it with these sorts of exercises. So guys, I hope you've really enjoyed this episode. Hope you really enjoyed this session. I've been Matt. If you want some daily inspiration, anything like that, please go follow me, Matt the Fitness Coach, on Instagram. One word, Matt the Fitness Coach. And I'll be back again soon. Thanks guys, been amazing. See you later.